Well, yes, I thought it would be funny if we started the video laughing. I mean, wouldn't that be l- isn't that a great way to start a video? Uh, what better way to start a video than yeah, and of course now you're not in the or on the joke. Don't worry, we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you.
No,
uh
I would don't laugh at
I'm
people.
kidding. I'm kidding. No, of course we're laughing at ourselves, and we were actually laughing at the fact that we're both doing public speaking, yet we're both terrible speakers. With me constantly saying ooh. Yeah, and I forgot what it was before. It doesn't even matter. It's not that important. It's the same. It's the same with my underpants in the background and the boot. Yeah, people were constantly complaining about that. Just with me saying yeah, they were constantly complaining about that. They were always saying, you always say and you have a boot in the background and your underpants in the background. They were complaining about that. But you know what? As time passed, it kind of became, I stuck to it, and I wasn't intimidated or anything. I stuck with it, and it kind of became my trademark. So yeah, yeah. So now you're wearing a suit, and you already told me you're wearing you're wearing that suit because people told you to. If you really want to wear that suit, hey, that's great. But don't do it just because people tell you to.
Oh no, they
Be,
didn't tell me to wear
be true
suits.
to yourself. Be true to yourself.
I don't know what that means though. Like when someone says be true to yourself, no one goes into a job interview and with this view of being true to, well, maybe they do, but um, there are times I think when people craft the story because it's not always possible to be true to yourself because many people would have a boss who would tell them how to behave in certain situations, and we have teachers who have to sort of have rules. But I realised we went. I shouldn't have focused on that comment. So
No, it's fine. It's fine. We actually before we started recording, we actually talked about all kinds of topics, which was really interesting. But um, well, it was kind of off topic, but it also helped me to understand your concept better, and try to help me understand what it is you're doing. Because that's kind of what you do. You collect all the things you know about, and then you try to explain it to people. Is that? Yeah.
I I think knowledge, like it changes our perceptions of what is. So, like the expression, man wasn't, if man was meant to fly, God would have given him wings. Now, that expression today, where we're very focused on gender, so the word, man, that's a problem. And then with the sort of decline of religion, gods is not going to be such a reference for everyone. And we have airplanes. We were talking about NASA before. So we did fly. So I any position I have, I think can change. Like science may show that science changes. So my concept is just continue to evolve as best as I can, and that goes for my channel as well. And which I suppose makes it difficult for people to get what I'm trying to do because many people ask me, "What am I doing?"
Yeah,
in relation to my channel.
you need like a tagline, just at least, one sentence or two sentences in which you can explain it to people. So what would that be?
I'm trying to understand it myself.
Okay, but what you do is, for example, on your channel. I mean, your website isn't finished yet, but maybe you can talk a bit about what is going to be on your website. But on your channel, you have all those different people talking about various subjects, and it's kind of, I can kind of I think I'm trying to do, because I'm trying to do something similar with my German wiki. But if I told you that before. If I
Mm.
explain the concept of my wiki to people, I explain. I tell them that it is to explain complex topics in a easy to understand manner. And yeah. And then if they ask why I'm doing this, I tell them that it is actually for my daughter, because due to complex circumstances beyond my control, I haven't seen her. So but I always wanted a daughter, and I always and there were all those things that I would like to teach a child, and I couldn't, because the community she's in doesn't let me see her. I mean, like the village, it's like really rural, and bit complicated. I'm digressing, but I have all those things that I want to teach her, and I can. So I made that wiki to list all the things I would tell her about.
Well, I'm a world expert at knowledgebeignorance.com, if there is one, and I say that's very relevant to, um, because like how you pass on information, our relationships, are all important. So, not digressing, as long as you're comfortable putting it out there. Sort of
Yeah,
that's
but
the
now you know my backstory, and so I'm I'm trying to get you to reveal yours if you want to.
ah. Well, where do you begin?
At the beginning, but I don't know how long that's gonna take.
Uh, um, I'm just trying to think about what I would want to say publicly as well. And I'm thinking, so,
Also,
um,
there is an interesting backstory. I knew it.
it's like everyone has a story. Like everyone has
Well, if you don't wanna share the backstory, then for me it was like that as well. At the beginning, I didn't share the backstory. I just first I it was kind of like with you. First I started well, yeah, with the channel and with the website, and once I've already started, I thought to myself, yeah, well, so how do I explain it to people? And then I started to concept, and then once I had this, I really had to think about it, for a second, and really think, yeah, well, why am I doing this? because it was always clear to me why I'm doing this. It was always clear to me that I'm doing it for my daughter. But at the beginning, this wasn't something I was comfortable with telling people. So it actually took me some time to be able to actually openly tell that.
Well, I have another platform where I intend to talk about, you know, things to do with well-being. So, but we won't talk about that here. But I might talk to you another time, another day. I'll organize a chat with you where I talk about my other YouTube channel, because there are various ones which are more specific.
Now I'm actually very interested in your in what those other projects might be.
Well, I have a different sort of projects are in different states of development. So I have I think it's YouTube channel which I think is called. I should know my YouTube channels really, shouldn't I? I think it's called Patterns of 691. No, I'm joking. It's a joke.
I know.
That was a joke.
I know. It couldn't be that, man.
Sorry?
You obviously have a lot. Oh, okay.
No. I mean, I don't know because, like, when I change an email, so it's not that, you know, it's probably under 10. I don't know, but so one of them is patternsofwellbeing.com, where I intend to sort of explore things to do with happiness and well-being and laughter, because I'm into laughter as a meditative technique, like sort of, lifts the mood, which is why before you started recording, I could easily laugh because I value laughter and I don't need anything to sort of get me to laugh. I can just laugh easily. But I might talk to you more about that on another time. So that I'm like, I have
we have to definitely we have to come back to that topic.
But not on this video. Another one.
In the future, sometime in the future.
Yeah. No, I want to make lots of videos with you. So, well, I've been going through your channel. You've got lots of interesting stuff, and I would find that, I think, very, entertaining, useful. And when we spoke before, why I'm extremely sort of embarrassed by my performance in the first video, and so the most encouraging thing someone said to me was, that video going to be taken down, or was I going to see it as my journey to improvement? That was the most encouraging.
That's okay. Okay. Yeah. You have to.
So
It actually, you already have the right attitude, with your laughter. If someone says something like that, or says something unpleasant, laughter is always good. Is always a good response, as long as it's not completely cynical.
no, I'm not being, because, like, having done that video, like, I've been involved in things before, but I don't think there's any sort of modern project, in the last 30, 40 years or something, where there's a video of me publicly available on the internet. So I would not want that to have been the only one.
Okay, now I understand. Okay. Okay, yeah, well, that's also because on your channel, I mean, you have all these other people talking um about the topics that they're experts in. So why don't you talk a little about that? Explain that a bit. And
They're
also,
not some of them have written write their own stuff, so are experts in a field, but some of them are not as well. So it sort of depends. And like but my if I have any expertise, it's in that, I like to sort of surround myself with the expertise of others and learn, from other people.
but, but what's the common theme connecting them?
It's a basic philosophical principle of mine. Everything is connected.
Yeah, that reminds me of that joke. Actually, Leonard Nimoy told it. Um, what did the Zen master say to the hot dog vendor? One with everything.
I've heard that before. I couldn't remember it, but um,
It's actually from Leonard Nimoy. I don't know if he was the first person to tell the joke, probably not, but yeah.
oh no, I've heard it before. I just forgot. I have heard it before. I had just sort of forgotten it. And like, I suppose part of the problem is I do have more specific things. So this channel, it's a generalist channel where anything can, pick a topic, and
Okay, so
I
so
really
but since it's mostly other people talking about a topic, so what would I have to do to to be on your channel?
it's not hard to get on my channel. Like,
Just contact you and say I'm into this or that and I want to talk about it. Is that it?
well, I have probably approached various people to be on my channel, and various people would have said yes, and then they don't. So it's and and some of the people I've paid to be on my channel to do things as well. Um, so, and I've taken down some videos because so I don't.
Why though? I mean, shouldn't it be I mean, shouldn't it work for them if they get a platform to express themselves? I mean, why would you pay them for that? I mean, actually, I think if you get more successful, you should them you should have them pay you because, well, of course they shouldn't. Okay, doesn't
No,
matter.
no, I'm not. No, no. So
Doesn't
for
matter.
people,
But
they're helping
but
me.
the point
So,
is,
as in,
you are providing them, you are providing platform to express themselves and express
I'm reasonably
actually, you're
confident.
doing your damn scene service.
I am reasonably confident that a YouTube channel that has currently 10 subscribers and only, very recently had 9 is not going to make anyone famous. I mean, I do get views from around the world, and I do, like, a couple of my videos have, have a couple of hundred sort of views, and they keep consistently getting views. So I've got a lot more views than sort of, what maybe my subscriber, because the channel was all over the place. So I'm not expecting for it to ever have lots of subscribers, because people like to know what's going on. And that's not, I'm saying, that it's deliberately all over the place.
So you want it to be all over the place. That's part of your okay. Well, then make that part of your concept. Then the tagline. It's
very eclectic.
Background. It's the same with the Buddha in the background. At the beginning, people were laughing at it, like, oh, but now it's a trademark. It's the same principle. At the beginning, people might be laughing at that. Oh, his channel is all over the place. But guess what? There are not many channels who are deliberately all over the place. I mean, deliberately, and who are proud of it, and for whom it is part of their concept. So make that part of your concept. Make that part of your tagline. The channel that is something interesting.
Well, I think I do. Like, if you read the about, I'm going to read the about thing to you, okay?
Okay.
What it says. Oh, what's my channel? That's a joke. I know what it is.
Knowledge beats ignorance, but that's your.
No, I know. It was. But it was a joke.
Actually, you wanted.
It was a joke.
Explain the name, but okay, go ahead with the about.
And I wanted to change it. I said to you in the first video, like, I still haven't been able to change it. So I won't read the whole lot. I'll just read the first 2 sentences, which really expresses this channel has a multidisciplinary approach. It is pretty eclectic. It is pretty eclectic.
Oh yeah. See, that's I actually read your about page, but now I remember why I can't remember it, because it had right at the beginning, and it had too many words that I couldn't understand.
It's all over the place, in other words.
Oh, so that's what it means.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all over the place. As in, like, in our conversation, like, we've covered, so there will be some people who will view this, because I've got some people to watch the first video, so I'm guaranteed that someone, but we've referred to various topics. Then that's the thing, is I'm interested in lots of topics. So I want the channel to, reflect different sort of topics. And so when we did the laughing, I have a video on meditation. And I have, although meditation is not my main focus for the channel, but it is like, it's just all over the place. It's deliberately all over the place. It's about nothing and about everything.
Everything.
But of course, you can't do everything because, you know, we're all limited sort of beings and limited experiences. Hence, I do like to involve other people, you know, in my all over the place project. However, it may be that well, I don't walk away from being, you know, all over the place because I'm happy with that. But I recognise the fact that it does sort of it makes it a harder story to tell because people do, you know, like I'm into. This is where I stop myself because I'm trying. All I can say is it's, you know, deliberately all and sort of your facial expression. That's very interesting. So, you know, I'm into body language. So then I go to sort of and um and I'm into laughing. So, you know, it is deliberately all over the place.
Stick to that. Stick to that, you know, and be confident about it. I mean, that is actually something you need. I mean, you know, um yeah, and put yourself um I mean, you know, maybe I'm doing the other extreme. Most of my videos are just me talking, you know, and but you in the other extreme, you have everyone else talking, at least on your channel, but you're not. I don't think you're even on there. So, um, you know,
I
you could
know, but
have.
if you type in knowledgebeatsignorance.com, the video because the latest video will come up with that heading. So like I deliberately title my videos with that name in it so I can see where it gets shown elsewhere because I like to know where what people are sort of using it. And so I think this is not when I looked at it, it was number 3 or 4 video when I put in knowledgebeatsignorance.com and press video on Google. So you know, I'm here.
You know, it's
I'm
kind of imagine it to be you know, imagine to be your channel to be kind of like the Twilight Zone. You know, the Twilight Zone is all over the place. You know, every episode is different, has different actors, different writers, different directors, different everything. Aim to be a coherent theme, but there is, you know, and now I forgot his name. Now I'm confusing him with John Newland, who did One Step Beyond. But John Newland is actually less famous. What's his name? What was his name again? The guy who did Twilight Zone? Walt Serling. Walt Serling. So he himself, you know, he himself is what connects everything, you know. Because you know he is in every episode. I mean, just as the presenter, but you know, at least as the presenter, he's connecting all the episodes basically. So he's the common theme, and and I think you could do that as well. You know, yeah, kind of you kind of like that, or kind of like Alfred Hitchcock presents. You know, you're kind of like you know you could be a great Alfred Hitchcock, by the way. You know, and you just pop into every video and you know in a very serious or maybe in your case in a very funny and smiling manner you introduce everything you know that would be great. That would be great. You should do that.
well, I'm intending to do some live broadcasts from various sort of places where I will do some sort of live reporting um, on, you know, if I go to a talk, an event. Um, so I will appeal. Did I say appeal? I meant appear on my channel um, at some point. Um, so, and I And there are other projects that I'm developing where I will probably be more prominent than other people. But
you don't have to be the most prominent. You just have to be the common theme connecting things, even though they are unconnected, but they are connected through you after all. So you should show that at least a little bit. At least have some videos with you, or at least have some videos where you're presenting the videos.
we will see what happens.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool, and it would actually also fit in nicely with your suit. I mean, then because because the suit, you kind of already, with the suit and everything, you kind of look like Alfred Hitchcock a little bit, and you just walk into a scene smiling in your case. That would be great. Come on, that would be great.
Well, I can be serious too, as in sort of like, I think, I just censored what I was going to say because I was going to refer to that other video that I referred to, the one that you did a debate with someone, and I was thinking that maybe I.
Which debate? Which debate? Oh, you mean with the Christian Bony?
Yeah, I was going to avoid saying it.
No, why not? Why not? Why not? No, we're fine. We're fine. We even started talking to each other again.
Well, I've only watched the first where he does his 13 minutes, I think, because he finished 2 minutes early. And then he says, now you're opening, and where you want a dialogue, but he wants the debate. And it was like, so I don't want to upset anyone. But my understanding of the word that he translated as suffering, if you read linguistic sort of text on the word for dukkha, it actually doesn't mean just suffering. It means suffering, certainly, but also dissatisfaction, the mildest of dissatisfaction as well. So the English word suffering.
I don't think I'm gonna make those kinds of religious debates again, because it's just well, it might actually be somewhat, if it's done right, it might actually be somewhat interesting for the viewer. But of course, you're never gonna have a debate where you're able to convince the other party. That's just never ever gonna happen. But kind of everyone kind of expects that to happen, but it will never happen, especially with religious debates, because um you can basically sum it up with everyone thinking that whatever they believe is right, and that whatever everyone else believes is always wrong. And I don't know, not it's pointless to have those kind, because I'm actually not like that. If someone wants to believe something else, hey, that's totally fine with me. So I don't even care. So yeah, but he wanted to have the debate, so I thought, oh well, okay, I agreed to the debate because I didn't want to upset him. But of course, then,
And he's not going to be upset with us talking about it, right? Because
but of course, then if you debate someone, you necessarily upset him, because you're supposed to have the opposing view. So what am I supposed to do? So either way, I end up upsetting him. So yeah.
yeah,
if I just say, hey, your view is totally fine with me, and I don't care, then that's not going to be much of a debate. So yeah.
See, there has been like interesting dialogues. Like there was a Catholic monk of the order, like a Trappist monk, Order of Cistercian and Strict Observance, had a dialogue with D.T. Suzuki, who was associated in the West as a famous Zen scholar, who I think was not sort of so respected in Japan as he was in the West, as a scholar of Zen, but sort of like Thomas Merton and T.T. Suzuki had a collection of essays where like one's coming from Zen, and they're not trying to destroy the other. They're trying to get insights so it's very different to having a debate. So I have seen comparative religion done where it's used as not as a thing to show that my side is right, your side is wrong. Though that video did seem to be along the lines of, well, it was along the lines of what appeared to be one side. So far, what I've seen, that one side is right and others aren't. But like comparative religion doesn't have to be like that.
So that video was actually like both sides are right.
Well, I've only seen like the first, I think, 15 minutes of it, but like I got the impression he was saying everything was wrong apart from the position that he was representing, sort of, which I'm assuming
But
is.
that's always like it is, and that's why I don't like debates.
Oh no, but I'm saying no, it's not always like that. No. There are I have seen comparative religion debates done which are not along those lines, but more along the lines of, I have this experience. Let's see if my experience can help me to find what I might find treasures in your experience and help me sort of uplift my own sort of human experience. Although I'm assuming that yes, that was not an example. Yours was. I only saw sort of your sort of opening, and you clearly, want to sort of not well, you have a different position to him. Like, you're not trying to convince that one side is bad. I read your comment too. Like, I thought it was a great comment on the video. But we're getting too serious, too sullen, too
and actually a bit off topic, but we did talk about I mean all the even the off topic topics we talked about did help me, and I said that before, did help me to understand you and your concept better. And I think it is an intriguing concept, and you should stick to it, and you should be proud of it, and you should you you should put it out there. I mean, and really, have that be your concept. But of course, your concept can't really be, oh well, everything is totally unconnected, because it isn't. And you know that, and and that would also go along with the philosophical aspects we talked about. But it really isn't unconnected, because you are the connecting element. So
oh no, yes. Why I say it's all over the place, I do think everything is connected. Like we're a dance of molecules, sort of dancing, sort of
you have to make that apparent to your viewers, and the way to make that apparent is through you. And no one will go and, like the example I gave with the Twilight Zone, no one will go and say, well, the Twilight Zone is completely incoherent and is all over the place, even but the reason no one says that is because everyone can see that Rod Serling, who brings it all together and who connects everything. So you have to be your own Rod Serling, so to say. Okay. and and you have to, and of course you you have to make that apparent to your viewers, so you have to put yourself out there a little bit. You have to make some videos, um and put them on your channel where you talk about those topics, and then it will be apparent for the viewers, uh, uh that yes, those things actually, they might seem disconnected, but they are connected through you. And I think you're wonderful. You have a wonderful personality, and
Thank
I like,
you.
yes, I like, I really, well, it's really an intriguing personality, and all those kind of, with Rod Serling, it's the same, even though he has some weaknesses which are very apparent, like his constant smoking, um but that's kind of what makes up his character, and that's what makes it intriguing and interesting. And I think you yeah, you're even more intriguing than Rod Serling, so you should definitely do that. I mean, yeah. Well, for example, what's really, your kind of, his trademark is smoking, which is lame. Your trademark is laughing, which is, I think, much more funny. So,
Yes. Um, I don't know if the people I know would. I mean, I have laughed with people, but I don't know if they would think that is the. I have to ask people what is the thing they most associate with me. Um, but
maybe someone will answer that. I don't have the chat right now, but I still haven't quite figured out how you view the chat from within Google Hangouts. I don't think you can. Yeah, but well, you have to, what you have to do is you have to put yourself out there a little bit. I mean, the channel we're talking about, I don't think you have any videos with you, so you need to put some videos with yourself on that channel, and only then can you get reactions. And of course, it being the internet and YouTube and everything, um a lot of people will react negatively. They will always do that. And the trick is um to just not care about it, and actually to just, like I said, a lot of people were reacting negatively about the boot in the background. So I was like, okay, so that's my trademark now. So, and then if you stick to it with confidence, eventually people will stop laughing at you, and they will start laughing with you, which is, yeah, which is great. And uh, uh, of course, you will always have negative, and you will always have people. That's natural. That's because people just have become like that now. And besides, like I said, it's the internet, so you don't know who the other guy is. It's probably some 12-year-old with the brain of a pumpkin or something, the intellect of a pumpkin. So yeah, so and actually, the way you're able to tell that you're making an impact is when that kind of criticism uh, gets much more strong and much more organized. Then you've achieved something. No, we
I
you were talking about what the greatest compliment to you was, like about your videos. You know what the greatest compliment was for me? It was when someone made a Mark channel for me. I was so
Come on,
flattered, really, genuinely. I mean,
what did they say?
a
Sorry.
Mark channel, a Mark channel. Someone once made a Mark channel. I
Oh,
mean,
really?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was he was he was giving it the same name as my channel, and it was putting the same kinds of videos up, but of course he altered them. He altered the videos a bit, to make fun of me, and I was so flattered. He goes through all that trouble, and I mean, he did put in a lot of work. And I was really flattered, genuinely flattered. And I was like, wow, I made it.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, and
But it's also that. Um, oh, sorry, I've gone a bit too. I take on board what you're saying, but I also the internet's a big, big place, but the internet is also, some people. Um, Let me tell you a story. There's this bloke that's, I don't. Do you know the word bloke?
yeah, sure.
Uh, right.
It's
Well,
like
maybe I
like
should
bollocks.
internationalize.
It's like bollocks.
No, no, no. Guy. So there's
Oh,
this
a
guy.
bloke. A bloke. Oh, you mean like okay, a fellow. A
Yeah,
fellow.
yeah. I'll say guy. I'll internationalize my English because that was the other thing in my first video with you. Like many Australians, at the end of a sentence will raise their voice, and normally when I speak to um, non-Australians, I lower my Australianness. Yeah, I have a lot of experience speaking to because my sister studied Japanese. Um, we had a lot of Japanese people stay in our family home, so I've had a lot of experience. Although your English is so good that maybe I didn't feel that I needed to do that, but I um, though many Australians would also, when they're speaking to non when we speak to New Zealanders, where they're pretty much the
Kiwi.
same. I don't know if they do that, so I wouldn't feel the same need to de-Australianize myself. Um, but I noticed that, like, my voice is going really high at the end of lots of sentences, and um, like, there's research that when people voice goes high in a sentence, it lowers the credibility of people outside of here. And so what I'm trying to connect is that um, not everyone gets listened to equally in the world. So I'm quite happy organizing various things where I'm the organizer of things rather than being the sort of, the presenter of something. Like, I much prefer organizing things rather than being at the
Yeah, but
front
wouldn't
of
that
something.
wouldn't that still be that? I think that would still fit in perfectly with the example with Ford Serling, because he wasn't only the presenter, he was also the organizer. So to speak. So if you're gonna have a presenter, then usually it is the organizer.
Yeah, but I would say that Gene Roddenberry is a name that we know, but
Ooh, what kind of berry? What kind of berry?
it's very funny. But many people I know would not know who he is. So the creator behind Star Trek,
Oh, come on.
and
everyone knows him. He's
No,
like
they
almost
don't.
as famous as Will.
Not everyone has watched Star Trek. Oh no, knows a lot.
Yeah, see, at least in Germany, you know, actually most people haven't watched Star Trek, but everyone knows who Captain Kirk is. Everyone knows who William Shatner is, and I haven't done a poll on that, but I think most people also know who Gene Roddenberry is, even if they have never watched Star Trek.
Rick Berman. Not everyone would know who Rick Berman is.
Okay, give you that.
I had to search my mind so much, I've forgotten what the point that I was trying to make is, though. Right. So Rick Berman, you know, heavily involved, but, you know, not as an actor, as far as I know. So it's not, one doesn't always have to be the face of a project. That's all. And the other thing is,
Gene Roddenberry would actually have been a bad example. He is the face of the project.
And it, well, it's not really, I'm not trying to be like to argue, because, you know, I am developing things where I will talk more on other sort of projects. It's just that sort of like for this project, it has been, you know, others. But on patternsofwellbeing.com, YouTube, which currently has 0 videos, that will be predominantly me. So don't go there, because it's got no videos. Sorry?
That is your other Patterns of Well-being.
.com.
So is it a website, or is it a channel, or is it both?
I've got the domain name for it, but I don't I don't think I've connected it to a website yet.
But do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, but it's got no videos on it.
Oh, no, I understood it. You said you had no videos on it. Okay, well then you don't have anything yet. You need you know, because now I was getting excited, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna check this out, and maybe it has.
I just made a video today of me. Not publicly available, but but I will do, you know, I will make, you know, some videos of me. And like I will take on board what you have said, and I will make a few videos of me being, you know, in them. At least 1 or 2.
At least, like I said, at least be the presenter. I mean, you don't have to be the main actor, so to say, but be the presenter.
Well, that's the other thing. I hate sort of current affair programs where they pay a presenter a fortune to present something, when they buy in a foreign, you know, production. And so to give it an organic sense, they have an Australian presenter introduce it when it's been made overseas. And I'd rather just not have that. Save the money and put the money into making more local productions rather than just having a presenter present. No. But I will, taking on board, because, you know, I learn, I will make a video to that. Like I have access to a DSLR camera somewhere, but I don't have that here. But so I could do it on my phone or my tablet. I'll make one today and I'll put it up.
I'm looking forward to it. Is it going to be on your well, on which on which channel is it going to be? Well,
well, it'll be on knowledgebeeksessions.com YouTube channel.
I'll check it out.
But I have to figure out what it will be on. I don't know what it will be on.
I'll tell you what it will be on. It will be an introduction to your channel because that's what you need to do. We talked about that before.
Well, it'd be a very short video. It is pretty eclectic.
No,
Oh no, all over the place.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great because it will have you in it, and you are the connecting element to all that chaos. You are the order for the chaos, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna have all your trademarks because it's gonna be you. If I did the video, it's gonna have the boot. If you do the video, it's gonna have your laughter, and yeah, and
I
your
suppose.
sort of
Yeah, I suppose.
poly thingy.
But remember, please, I said I wanted to be one. Not that I am one, that I wanted to be one. I don't consider myself one. That's the thing. And the other thing from
I have a new favorite word. It's polymath. I don't know if you pronounce it that way, but it sounds funny. It kind of sounds like methamphetamine or something.
oh, that's how I would pronounce it. I mean,
How would you?
you would have. What's how I would pronounce it? The way you are.
Okay.
I mean, we know poly because poly's, polyglot, speaker of many languages. So
Yeah, or poly. What's the other thing?
the most famous would be polygamous.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Many wives.
Yeah. Polyandry. Many husbands. Poly. There will be lots and lots.
Yeah, and actually that fits great because you have lots and lots of stuff, lots and lots of diverse content, and you're the polymath with lots of things bringing it together.
I'm the want to be polymath. Want to be, not.
No, but you are in that sense.
Well, I think to be a polymath, you actually have to, know a lot about lots and lots of things. And I know a little about lots of things. I really do know a little about lots of things. But I don't know a lot about lots of things.
No, then you make up the corresponding word and you have another great trademark.
I don't know. Well, aficionado, is that the word for someone?
Like polymath. Like poly means a lot, and then you figure out what means. Well, you get the idea. You make up the corresponding Greek word or whatever it is.
Well, I think there are, but I think dabbler is a word is used for someone who doesn't sort of focus on one thing.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. I'm pretty good at that too. I focus on all kinds of things.
And yeah, I just think everything's connected. And so now, okay, so my channel, I'm practicing for my video. This channel is all over the place.
Yay!
Please watch. Even though you don't know what's going to be about, I can't really structure it. So that's why I want every video to speak for itself.
You have to be serious. I mean, you can laugh and everything, but you have to be serious. You have to be like, welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be about everything. And as we know, because of the Zen Buddhists, everything is also connected. So I welcome you to my channel, and you will see that everything to me. You don't have to say that it's actually connected to you, but you get the idea.
I have read part of the Lankavatara Sutra, but I would not want to put and which I have, and you know, I could say a lot more there, but I'm not going to. And so by having one sort of tradition that would sort of you know, but I get your point. Because everything is connected from various sort of positions. Sorry, I just got a bit
No, it's fine because actually I gotta go.
okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because I still have to work today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, no, thank you, and I look forward to, you know, to channel for a change.
That will be there. That will be there.
I want to see what you do. I want to see what you do. Okay,
That will be there within 5 hours. Within 5 hours.
You don't have to do what I suggested, you know, but you have you have some ideas now of what you can do, right?
Yeah, I know. I got lots of ideas. It's sort of that I've just seen so many
You
things.
have to do it. You have to put yourself out there. And let's stop at that note.
Thank you very much, and I will speak to you soon.
Out there and do it, and that goes for everyone else as well. You know, that's what you should take away from this. You know, put yourself out there and do it.